It was very scary. I suppose it is a life-defining moment where you think, am I going to survive this? Am I going to wake up?
For the first time in U.S. history, a major disaster declared for all 50 states.
A staggering daily toll of deaths in New York State alone, rising to a new high of 779 today.
We were in very, very dangerous territory. I couldn't imagine life without him.
Australian man Paul Gouger has called New York City home for the past 4 years. Last month, the 54-year-old was among those hit by the tidal wave of coronavirus infections in the United States.
So my first symptoms were a sore throat, which I didn't really think too much about at all. I thought it was just fine. And then the next day I was feeling a little bit more off colour. I sort of probably underestimated it in that first week, and then it progressed quite badly in the second week.
Back in Australia, his good friend Laura Spears was worried.
I started getting alarmed when he said that he woke up and he was waking up in pools of sweat and just sleeping 22 hours a day. And it just every day it got worse and worse and worse.
Paul believes he caught coronavirus at a local supermarket. He suffered at home with a cough and severe fever for 10 days before taking himself to Lenox Hill Hospital on Manhattan's Upper East Side.
Everyone was in their protective gear. Everyone had the protective masks. It was difficult to breathe, but it was funny. It wasn't like I thought, oh, I can't breathe. And I wasn't like gasping for breath. But it was laboured.
Doctors told Paul he'd need to be sedated and put on a ventilator if he was to survive.
It all happened very quickly, so I didn't really have time to panic. But it was like, you just realise, oh my God, this could be it. Am I gonna wake up? I remember being wheeled down the corridor and lying there, and you think of things, because being alone in New York, and with all my family back in Adelaide, it would have been great to have had your goodbye nearly, or just to say, okay, this could be it, and tell people you love them, but I didn't have that luxury.
We couldn't go to New York. We couldn't hold his hand. We couldn't be in the hospital with him. And that was very, very, that was awful. It was heartbreaking to think that he was alone and potentially was going to die alone.
The breathing machine helped his lungs for 4 days.
What we do know from a recent publication out of Seattle that was published in the New England Journal of Medicine is that the survival for patients on ventilators in critical care was in the order of 50%.
Paul was one of the lucky ones.
So after being here for 12 days, I think now, and being incubated for 4 days, being in ICU, I've beaten it. I've COVID-19, the coronavirus. It's been quite a journey.
One day my phone was ringing and it was a video call and it was Paul. He was crying. He realised that he nearly didn't make it.
That's my kitchen over there. Not much happens there, but thank God for the microwave.
He had to spend a fortnight in complete isolation in his apartment to recuperate.
The first couple of days were really tough. I don't think I probably should have left hospital, but I think they needed the beds.
The healthcare providers are, for me, the new superheroes, the new saints who are so good.
So now that I'm back, I'm supposed to be doing a whole lot of breathing exercises.
Paul has type 2 diabetes. He believes that may have made him more vulnerable to coronavirus. He hopes he'll now be immune from reinfection.
Looking back on this, it's hard, it's hard to believe this actually happened to me, but it was a horrific ordeal, and it was terrifying at times, and I really did wonder whether I was going to make it.
So I get to about 2,000, and I suppose the top is 5,000.
You don't want to end up like me. You do not want this virus. So please follow the rules, stay at home, do everything that they're telling you, because it's simply not worth it.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.